Hello parents. My name's Patrick Boyko and I'm a high school teacher here in Hillsborough County. So usually I make videos for my high school age students, but not today. Today I have one just for you. Look, it doesn't matter how old we are, we're all going through this same craziness together. And we're surviving, so give yourself a pat on the back, because you're doing it, parents. You're getting your kids through this. You're getting yourselves through this. And we as teachers can tell that you're pulling it off. We know it's super stressful, but we are all making it. So keep it up. And we as teachers were advised to take a little off the workload so that there was more time to focus on the social, emotional part of this than the rigor and drive of our normal education. Most of us can see how stressful this is, especially on high school age students. Many who have a very clear idea of what really is going on. This may be their first really big crisis, and they're in the process of growing up and compartmentalizing the real world. Look, I know my freshmen this year weren't ready for anything like this. They spent most of the year explaining to me in multiple different ways that they didn't really want to grow up yet. And freshman year can be this transition year into what I would call real world. But these past few months, they were kind of thrown into it, slammed with growing up. And if you have one of those teens right now, it can be hard to understand what to do or say, as this is a world upside down for all of us. From sharing the technology between multiple children in the house to being able to get enough food to feed them at home. But you're doing it. And if you're not doing well with this, then we have to get you help. Reach out to the numerous groups that are out there trying to provide for everyone. Even though we feel alone during this time, I can say that I've never seen so many people from all walks of life and socioeconomic groups coming together to survive this exceptional time. You are not alone, and you should not feel alone. Parents, remember to focus on you too. It's easy for us as parents to put everything we got into our kids in times like this, and we end up burning the candle at both ends. Kids are resilient. They can weather a storm, especially if the captain of the boat, that's us, that's you, is seemingly confident and undeterred. And you can keep up the tough captain thing, that's fine. But don't forget, you will need to compartmentalize through this as well. Sometimes more than them, as you're carrying the entire load. Find time to relax. Read a book that's happy and allows for a little escape. Find shows on TV and streaming sites that are funny and allow for a pause in this stress. Watch The Tiger King. No, wait. That's a bad choice. That's a stressful show. Don't watch that. Well, you probably already have anyways. But look, plan for board games at certain times if you're all stuck at home. Structure can be the key to surviving this whole thing intact as a family unit. Keep up pizza night. Create a daily walk time as family. And yes, you will need to allow for the kids to do just, well, whatever they want. Video games may just become the thing they talk about in 30 years or so, as being one of the best survival techniques this younger generation had. Don't let them play for too long, but schedule out time during school as well. Break it up. Don't make them sit there all day. I had a student tell me that his mother makes him sit at the computer from 8:35 to 3:25 on EDSB. That's too much. That's too much. Look, we as teachers have been instructed by the new superintendent. Can't wait to meet the guy. Shake his hand. Oh, wait. Can't wait to meet the guy on, like, elbow touch. Well, he said the policies are thus. Students in high school should only have 20 to 30 minutes of work a day per class. That's it. And they should be assigning work for the week. Do it at the end of it, because so many families are sharing this technology and the hard deadlines aren't going to work. So if you have a student getting late penalties because they didn't finish something exactly when it was due, you can nicely remind that teacher of the policies that are in place. Another thing to remember is that Zoom meetings cannot be made mandatory for a grade. So if you have a student stressing out because they just can't make that one meeting because their little sister needs a computer or they just couldn't do it, they can't penalize you for it. This goes for all grades. Altogether, communication is going to be key through this whole thing, guys. As a teacher, I've made mistakes. I've missed putting in grades. And to be honest, I think this is the first time some of us have had to create a whole different organizational system than we've ever used. Some of us are going to miss stuff. So, one quick message saying, hey, I know I did this. Can you double check in the messages for this? Bam! Check it. You're right. I made a mistake. I missed it. Problem solved. Look, I think I've talked enough. But don't forget, guys, we're all in this together. Help your family. Help your neighbors when you can. And stay at home as much as possible. We're going to weather this storm. I'll see you guys next time.